As we near the end of the financial year, and it's been a busy year, I'd like to take the opportunity to thank everyone, both staff and volunteers, for their hard work and contribution to making Unley a great place. We're very fortunate to be working here at Unley, where there's a lot of exciting initiatives that are being undertaken that will change the look and feel of Unley going into the future. Whether they're the street upgrades of King William Road, whether they are recreational facility upgrades at Unley Oval and Goodwood Oval, or the greening initiatives that Council's undertaking, all those initiatives will change the look and feel of Unley for the decades ahead. But those projects will not be possible without the dedication and commitment of our talented staff. And I think one thing that I'm always reminded of when I meet members of the community or talk to staff is I'm always impressed with their passion and commitment to the job they do and their desire to go beyond and do more than what's required to make Unley a great place to live and work in. So thank you to everyone involved. I'd like to thank my executive team of Nicola, Megan, Tammy and most recently Claude for their support and advice during the year. I certainly appreciate it, and everyone, thank you very much for your contribution. And also I should take the opportunity of thanking our elected members led by Mayor Hewitson. We now have a council that has a blend of experience together with fresh ideas, and I think they're an outstanding group of councillors, and I thank them for their support in going forward. We're very fortunate to be working at an exciting time at the City of Unley, where a number of initiatives are going to change the look and feel of Unley into the future. They are projects that are once in a lifetime and will leave their mark for the decades ahead. People that work here now will be able to walk and drive around in years to come and say, I was part of that.
I'm Tammy Norman. I'm Executive Manager, Office of the CEO. There's a whole lot of stuff that sits within the Office of the CEO. Obviously, management of the Mayor and the CEO's office is a key aspect. Then the communications function and marketing work. Then we've got records, governance and risk. If I had to use a word to describe the last 12 months, it would be change. We ended up with 7 female elected members, which is a massive change for our elected body. Previously, we'd had 1 woman on council. So it's a big change for what we're experiencing, and council's great for representation for our community. There's been a lot of work around a lot of different initiatives. Karen's done an amazing job in the communications team. We've had some really major media strategies in the last 12 months, particularly around the work on King William Road, but also to celebrate the opening of Unley Oval Stage 1 and a strategic partnership with an organisation called Life Changer, which is hopefully going to help us gain some funding to do Unley Oval Stage 2.
Hi, my name is Katrina Windybank. I'm the Team Leader of Information Management here at City of Unley. I see our role here in information management as providing that really strong internal service. So the ratepayer is providing us feedback or information, or they have an inquiry that they want to follow up, and we want it done in a really timely fashion so we can quickly move information throughout our organisation. You do come across quirky things and information that has otherwise been forgotten, and you can ensure that you make sure it's been kept forever. I think moving forward, we're really excited about improving the processes and getting consistency throughout the organisation about handling digital information, converting what was once paper-based forms that people had to fill in and actually convert them to online digital formats that is wanted by the general public today. So bringing them up to speed with the digital world that it is now.
My name's Nicola Tinney. I'm General Manager of Business Support and Improvement. I've worked in the organisation for about 17 years now, and we're about to come to the end of an 18-month period of change for our area, which is very exciting. For us, in the past 12 months, following the adoption of our digital strategy, we have implemented Skype for Business, which is a new communication system for our organisation. It allows more visibility, transparency, reporting, data collection, but also collaboration across the business and the outside of our organisation. With that, we have also looked at a corporate performance, so we're doing a lot of work with the data that we've collected so that we can start to measure and look at the impact of our services as well. The online service delivery will encapsulate a review of our website so that we can offer a 24/7 type service to those that wish to opt for that, which seems to be bringing us up more relevant to everyone else as well in that service. There isn't any organisation that you wouldn't interact with that doesn't offer some form of 24/7 assistance. We've also looked at cybersecurity upgrades. So we recognise that in collecting more information, and we have quite sensitive information about our ratepayers and people that interact with us. And so we've done quite an extensive upgrade to our networks to ensure that the protection of the data, which has quite a significant public interest.
Hi, my name's Teresa Nielsen. I am the People and Culture Manager for the City of Unley. A lot of the work that we do is connected to the Leadership and Governance objective in the 4-year delivery plan. My team work with the business to build capability and help work groups and teams achieve their objectives in the corporate plan. We're setting expectations and we're helping people understand why we're here and how we're going to go about achieving these great things. So we want people to be able to look to our 4-year plan or even our broader strategic objectives and to really know that their effort is making a difference and helping council get there. There's nothing more fulfilling than bringing someone into the business and seeing them grow and seeing what they can achieve out there in our community, because that's what we're here for.
Welcome everybody, and thank you for the last 12 months. It's been a wonderful year. One of the things I'm most proud about in our organisation is how collaboratively we all work. So City Services is very frontline. We are very much face-to-face contact with our community, but we couldn't do it without the amazing people that are our engine room. So people who are doing the accounts and people who are providing the awesome services internally that lets us do our jobs well. The things we achieve are amazing. So some things like we've brought in about $800,000 to $900,000 additional funding into council this year. That's been incredible. So whether that's been getting the Soul Arts SA grant for an artwork that we've delivered, or whether that's $600,000 worth of daily moves programs, which helps people to be more mobile and live the kinds of lives they want to lead, or whether that is funding for transport or anything like that. It's pretty incredible that we've been able to go above and beyond. Our volunteers are amazing, and we just could not do half of what we do without them. And you just see them with the passion and the heart and the real willingness to make people's lives better. They are just incredible.
My name's Rebecca Stokes. I'm the team leader of community centres. We service our whole community, so ranging from very small children right up to people who have retired and looking for something to do in their communities. We achieved accreditation in the Australian Service Excellence Standards, which is pretty cool. So our centres saw over 257,000 people through our doors last year. We also have delivered 7,500 programs.
Hi, I'm Pam Dale and I'm the coordinator of Fullerton Park Community Centre. The highlights have been the continued success of our parenting programs, seminars and discussion groups. Really well attended, everyone that we hold and always booked out. We have a free 8-week parenting workshop that's run twice a year, which is new, and a clinical psychologist volunteers her time to do that for our community. We now have children's art classes twice a week. We have an after-school sports program and a mindfulness program, and that's along with our already existing ballet and What's the Buzz. The other highlights have been the installation of the Aboriginal poles in the Northern Park. We've had the local childcare centre bringing their children around and doing storytelling within the poles, which has been fantastic.
My name's Kate and I coordinate the Unley Community Centre. It's great creating space and coordinating space and the people that work within it. That is such an inviting and welcoming environment. People feel like they can really feel comfortable in that and join in, whatever we've got going on. There seems to be a lot of demand for people that want to get active, and so we've done a lot in that space and added a fair few new programs this year. So we are running something like 15 exercise classes a week now. We continue to offer lots of art classes and they will always remain popular. One of our main services that we're known for and very unique to us is the circuit meal service. So we offer 4 days a week, a great, fantastic, beautiful, I'm not biased at all, a meal at the Unley Community Centre. So it's a great service. We served something like over 10,000 meals just last year. So all made on site. We have a team, a wonderful cook and coordinator of that service, which is Chloe, and she is supported by a team of 40-something volunteers that help run that service.
My name's Matthew Ives. I'm the Cultural Development Coordinator for Council. My role in council links back to the objective in the community plan, where our community participates in community activities, learning and volunteering. And my subsection of that is 1.2a, which is to provide a range of exciting arts, cultural experiences and events. We're in the Unley Town Hall because we've just completed our Reconciliation Week event, which we've been doing since 2009. People know that the City of Unley is one that respects and reflects the culture that we live in, whatever people's backgrounds are that they come from, and that they're given opportunities to participate. Since endorsement in 2014, council's had a public arts strategy which had a 5-year plan associated with it. The culmination of all of that was going to be a typology that we called centrepiece. So this was a major iconic piece that we would set up in Unley. So we are now in the 5th year, coming to the end of the 5th year of that. And the piece is going to be called Echo by Jason Sims. It's a $200,000 piece that's going to go in Hayward Park, which has got funding from the council and also won the major commission from Art South Australia this year for $80,000. That's a piece that will go into Hayward Park in mid-September and will certainly mark out the City of Unley as having one of the great pieces of contemporary pieces of public art in South Australia.
I'm Marcia, I'm one half of the events team here at the City of Unley. So the events team works hard to deliver an exciting events program to attract, support and provide community events that bring vibrancy and celebration to our city, which is objective 1.2. One of the key highlights of this year for the City of Unley has been us winning 3 awards for our events, and this is a team effort. The first award was the Main Street SA Award for our Celebrate Goodwood Alive event. The second was a Main Street SA Award for our Unley Gourmet Gala event, and our key award we won was the SA Tourism Award, which is the Gold Award for Best Festival or Event in South Australia. It's really a testament to everybody who gets behind our events. Congratulations to all of you who made these possible. We're being recognised as leaders in our field by winning these awards. It was a really exciting program. We took a standard outdoor cinema and involved 3 community groups in what we were delivering. We worked with the Mexican Association, an African Association and a Chinese group. We delivered events that were all about community development, community building. We had multicultural displays of amazing dance and performance, gave those communities the opportunity to profile their culture in a way that they wouldn't normally have been able to. I really loved the opportunity to take something and create an experience that people remember, and I think that's the beauty of events. It might be an event that you meet friends at and you talk about, oh, remember last year when we did that? So I'm giving people that experience that then they can remember. But also, sometimes you hear about events that, affect people in a certain way, like our Cocoa event.
I'm Alyssa Hill, Daily Moves Program Coordinator in the Community Support and Wellbeing team. Our team works towards Objective 1.1 in the community plan, which is our community feels active, healthy and safe. So we do this by providing a range of supports so people can stay living independently in their home as long as possible. We also work towards Objective 1.3 in the community plan, which is our city meets the needs of all generations. So our team works towards implementing the City of Unley Active Ageing strategy as well, which is the message for that is that we are actually all ageing. So if we develop programs and activities and supports that support people at the older stage of their life, our city is going to better support everyone. And the last objective that we work towards is our city is connected and accessible. So we do this through our community transport options as well. We've received a lot of funding this year from the Commonwealth Government. So we've received $590,000 from the Australian Sports Commission to develop a program called Daily Moves, which is all about supporting over 65s to increase their physical activity levels, with the overall aim of people remaining well and independent as long as possible into later life.
I'm Nathan Biles, I'm the Swimming Centre Manager here at the City of Unley. A key component of the community plan is to keep the community active and safe. We like to think that the Swimming Centre, it's owned and operated by the City of Unley, but it's owned by the community. And that's what's really special about it. Definitely the people that come here are passionate about coming here, and they have a bit of ownership themselves. We run programs for the community, we get to interact with our residents on many different levels. Swimming Centre is about fitness and recreation, but also people come down here to socialise, get a mental health break, This year we're really proud of our new Australian swimming program. The skills that they learn during that program they can take away and pass on to others, but also it keeps them safe to participate in and around water, which in Australia is something that really important. It's part of our culture, and we do that as a community partnership with Surf Lifesaving South Australia.
I'm Karen Paris, the curator at the Unley Museum. We work on Objective 1.4 to preserve and celebrate our city's history, heritage and local character. We have a collection of about 13,000 objects and photographs that help us tell the story of the City of Unley. Part of what we're doing to celebrate our history is creating an exhibition such as the one we have on at the moment, which is about the 27th Battalion. We're celebrating that 100th year anniversary of soldiers returning from World War I and looking at their lives when they came back and the things that they did in Unley. We also have contemporary art exhibitions and different types of cultural exhibitions. We run a series of events and school holiday programs and education programs. We have a full research centre for family history, house history and general history in the local area, and we also run a range of walking tours and bus tours.
Hi, I'm Caitlin. I'm the Youth and Children's Coordinator here in the Unley Library. We link to Objective 1.2 by offering lots and lots of programs for our community to come in and learn. We also link to Objective 1.3 by having opportunities for everyone in the library from every generation. So one of the things that we're really excited to launch soon is our Life Skills for Young People series of workshops. So there's about 7 or 8 workshops that aim to teach young people skills that they may not be learning in school. So things like mending clothes, how to write a CV, a cooking workshop. So these are skills that they need for the real world that they maybe aren't getting from school. And there's a bit of an incentive too. So if young people come and do 3 of those, then they get a voucher to a local business. So then we're connecting with our local businesses as well, which we're really excited about. We have programs for people aged 0 to 100. We have baby time programs and wriggle time programs for our real littlies learning early literacy. And we also run programs for all adults, including our adult author events and presentations. We're really trying to inspire lifelong learning in our kids in our area. And the thing is, early literacy is so important. It starts at 0, so we've got to work really hard with those 0 to 5s, get them school ready so that they're well supported by the time they get to school. We're really lucky here, we've got great families in our area.
I'm Paul Weymouth. I manage the Development Regulatory area. Development Regulatory aligns with Objectives 1.1 and 4.2 in our community plan, which is around keeping our community safe and also providing a service to our customers. So the Development Regulatory area includes 4 key areas: the planning and building area, parking and ranges area, environmental health, and also development administration. In terms of key achievements over the past 12 months, a couple of achievements that I'm particularly proud of. Firstly, we've had the adoption of the footpath trading policy, which was endorsed by Council late last year, and we've had implementation of that policy over the last few months. That policy brings together outdoor dining and business merchandising, and through the implementation phase we've got 95% of businesses are now compliant with their permits. So credit to Trent and Danielle and the team in the regulatory area.
My name's David. I work in the environmental health section at Unley Council. Yeah, we look after the restaurants, so we inspect the restaurants. We also do the cooling towers, tattoo parlours we inspect to make sure no bloodborne disease. We look into hair and beauty salons as well when required. We also look into swimming pools, public swimming pools, to make sure that there's no bacteria growing in the water. Yeah, we work behind the scenes to make sure that people going about their day-to-day business can do so without being at risk of contracting diseases.
I'm Trent Rusby and I'm the Team Leader of Regulatory Services. Objective 1.1, our community is active, healthy and feels safe. That's what regulation is all about, and everything we do feeds into that safe community. One of the real key point here is that our group really focus on education first, and that's an important part of what we do, educate the community. Our general inspectors do a fabulous job, as do our parking inspectors, supported by our administrative staff. So the group really works well together. But one of the real things they do is they get out and about and they save dogs' lives. We return dogs to their owners. Now, a lot of councils, they don't have this approach. They'll impound them, and it's a lot of trauma to the dog, it's a lot of trauma to the owner of the dog. What we do is we try to rehome them and put them back in their home as safely as possible. It may take a lot of time and it takes a lot of energy, but we get them back in the home. So we've got a really good rate to the point where we've reduced it by half in terms of our impound levels. So that's a really key objective, to be able to to hang a hat on, I guess.
Hi, I'm Claude Malak, General Manager of City Development. It's been a very exciting time to join the City of Unley. There has been some significant achievements for city development and for the council generally. The jewel in our crown, to be honest, has been the King William Road upgrade. A $15.5 million project is a major project and initiative for the council. It is our #1 priority over the next 12 months. It's wonderful to see that the community can provide input into the outcome on the ground in terms of how we're able to achieve some of these projects. They've got to live there, so they've got to be happy with the way that it's going to be moving forward, definitely. But there are a number of things that we will be delivering as well. The Clarence Park LATM, which has just been completed this year, will be delivered next year. And Wilberforce Walk, obviously, that's the other one that will be kicking off in terms of construction next year. I'm a big believer that local government is about enhancing and adding value to the well-being and living in the city. So residents, visitors, we need to provide a better quality of life for them. So open spaces, whether it's creek works, whether it's infrastructure change, these are all trying to build a better city that our residents and our visitors can be proud to be part of.
Hi, my name's Aaron Wood. I'm the Manager of Strategic Assets. This year we've embarked on a significant project to replace all of our LED street lighting across the council. This is in line with Council's Strategic Objective 2.3 to reduce Council's carbon footprint and make the city as energy efficient as possible. The new lighting is 80% more efficient than the old light, and it will reduce Council's energy bill by 80%, which is a cost saving of over $200,000 per annum. This will result in a significant reduction of our carbon footprint over the life of the project.
I'm Akara Klingberg, I'm the Coordinator of Business and Economic Development. We're here today at the Unley Business Breakfast, which is a bi-monthly event that we've been holding for 7 years. The events are a great way to get people out of their business, to work on their business and form new relationships. It's really great to see businesses come in to interact with people that they wouldn't normally deal with in their day-to-day life. It's been great to see some businesses form relationships from the breakfast and then come back and see those relationships continue to grow.
My name's Anthony Stahl. I'm the Civil Works and Response Coordinator. We've got a few programs. One of them is the footpath renewal. That's actually come to a complete now. All the footpaths are now paved throughout the City of Unley. All of this relates back to 2.4, which is efficient, effective water management and sustainability. Part of the tree strategy 2.1, Unley's urban forest is maintained and improved. Obviously here at City of Unley we're trying to save water, be efficient and be very water sustainable. The civil team installed water wells. The water wells, they capture stormwater off both the street and the houses, and they filter it back into the verges. So that helps, and we align that with the new tree plantings. So that really gives the new tree plantings a real good go to get up, especially in today's climate where it is so dry.
My name's David Olds, and I'm a leading worker of a civil maintenance crew here at the City of Unley. And today we're here at the back of the Fullerton Shopping Centre on Invergowrie Avenue. I'm upgrading a driveway. We see this as a part of the Council's 1.5 objective, being connected and accessible to the community. We reinstate curbing, crossovers for residents, paving, stormwater pit upgrades, and various other projects throughout the city. So between ourselves and contractors, we like to keep ourselves safe and the community.
Ben Parkinson, Works Coordinator. I oversee the operations, the maintenance operations, mostly for our Parks and Reserve staff, our tree gangs, which are a portion of which are set up behind us, and the signage teams and the building maintenance officers also. Concerning Unley's 4-year development plan and 2.1, maintaining the urban forest, it's about ensuring that the tree stock is maintained to the point where it's going to get its maximum life out of it and keep the street vibrant. In addition to maintaining our large trees, we also plant trees from a formative age. That typically involves around 600 trees annually. We need to maintain that green canopy. Unfortunately, with development and the subdivision of blocks seems to be the way to go these days. We're losing our green canopy, so we need to do what we can to combat that.
G'day, my name's Matt. Part of my role here as a leading worker is to partake in 2.4, efficient, effective, sustainable water management. So we're always looking to do things better at Unley, better for community and better also for the environment. We're always looking to improve. Some of the Unley parks were really suffering from the drought that we were incurring, so we had to look at other ways of greening our parks back up for all our residents and also using sustainable water source. That was when gap water was introduced, which stands for Glenelg to Adelaide Parklands water. Benefit is nice lush green parks, watering our trees, good surfaces for the sporting community to use without draining the mains water resources. And it also means less effluent going out into the St Vincent Gulf as it's being treated at Glenelg and then branched out and pumped out to all the different parks and reserves rather than polluting the St Vincent Gulf.
My name's Kerry and I'm the Waste Management Officer with the Council. I operate from the depot here and I look after the Council's waste contract and anything to do with rubbish, litter, waste, everything. We work towards Objective 2.2, Excellence in Waste Management. So the whole idea is to try and prevent the amount going to landfill. Landfill is very costly and it's a one-way trip. This is something that I set up to try and find a location that was close to Unley residents that they could come to drop off electrical waste, which is anything with a power cord or a battery, engine oil, globes, batteries, all these sort of tricky items something that should never ever go in any of the curbside bins. So it's to encourage residents to throw it in the boot of their car and come here. And it's working extremely well.
So my name is Kat Ryan and I work on Objective 2.5. The city's resilience to climate change is increased. I am the Coordinator of Environmental Projects and Strategy. I couldn't do what I do without everyone that works within Council. If we're all taking good care of our city and helping our community, we're also helping the environment. We're working together with our community, all the different sectors of council and our neighbouring councils to adapt to climate change. Impacts are already happening now and we're being really proactive in looking at how it's going to impact and what changes we can make to be more resilient to climate change. Big priorities coming up for climate change. We undertook heat mapping that we're having a look at to work out where best to place new street trees across the city, and the same with where we put some of the water sensitive urban design, just integrating projects to be really strategic about where we put our effort.
So hi, I'm Jared Wilson. I'm a landscape architect in the city design team. Being front of house and being the front face, particularly for projects, but also doing a lot of consultation, understanding community needs, and then translating that through into design, into plans, and then making sure that we can actually deliver. So my role at Council is looking after a lot of the open space assets and doing design and planning work. The focus for my role at the moment has been delivery of the King William Road project, both in terms of the design and planning and now getting the contractor on board, ready to start the construction works. The community were very clear around what their aspirations for the project were, so creating an environment that was more beautiful, more accessible and more active. So delivering on those three elements is really been the focus for how we then structured the construction program and work through the design and planning process as well. The city design team are also involved in the local traffic management plans which have been developed and implementing those. That's been really important for a number of our communities. And also we've been looking at increasing our tree canopy